Hey folks, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to do an 18-month follow-up on the FITCAMX dash cam. It's an integrated dash camera that gets permanently mounted in your vehicle, and then it records every time you're driving. It seamlessly integrates into your rear view mirror, and so it looks really slick. And today I really want to focus on answering the questions that I've gotten on this product over the last 18 months from that previous video. So if you're interested in the install details, all the specs, setting it up, definitely check out that previous video I published 18 months ago. Like I said, today I'm really going to focus on answering the questions that I've gotten on it, such as what does the footage actually look like? I mean, if somebody, sideswipes you and drives by, can you actually take that footage and make out the license plate to give it to law enforcement? And what does it look like at nighttime when you're driving? How about when it's raining? Things like that. How is it held up? So I plan to answer all those questions in today's video. Now, the footage that you're watching right now was actually recorded on the FITCAMX installed in my truck. It's completely unaltered, just the raw video that I recorded from it. And this was actually from a recent trip that we took to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. And so I figured this way you get some scenic views, a little more interesting than me just driving around town. So I'm going to incorporate a lot of that footage throughout the video. But to kick things off, let's just talk about really the big question that I've been asked, and that is reliability. After 18 months of driving, I use this truck pretty much as a daily driver, road trips and all the miles in between. I can honestly say that the FITCAMX, it's been flawless. I mean, it just works. Every time that I start the truck, it begins recording automatically. I never have to think about it. And really, that's exactly what you want from a dash cam. I mean, it truly is a set it and forget it kind of device. Now, beyond the reliability of the FITCAMX, I think the single most frequently asked question that I've gotten is, can you make out license plates that have been recorded through the FITCAMX? And after all, that's a great question because many of us buy a dash cam in the first place to have evidence if something happens like a hit and run, that you would be able to get that license plate and pass it along to law enforcement. And it's kind of tricky because the footage that you're watching here on YouTube, depending on the device that you're watching it on, the speed of your internet connection, YouTube might be changing the quality, the resolution of the video. And so what you're seeing may not be the actual full quality that the dash cam is recording. And so I want to point that out as you're watching all this footage. If you want to make sure you're getting the full quality video recorded by the dash cam, go down into the little sprocket on YouTube and change it from auto to the full 4K resolution. That way you'll be watching the full resolution, especially if you're watching it on a larger TV or a desktop computer. Now, what I'm going to do next is simulate a hypothetical hit and run. You can see from the footage there's a bunch of cars passing me on the road. And so let's just suppose that one of these cars, again, this is a hypothetical, this is not real, but let's suppose that one of these cars passing sideswipes me, keeps going by. And so I've got this footage now of this car sideswiping me, going by, and I need to take that footage and see if I can make out the license plate. And so I'm not altering this footage in the sense of trying to enhance it or recreate things that don't exist. I'm just taking the footage, I'm pausing it, and then I'm zooming in. These are things that you could do on any, average typical computer. And so what you're looking at is how that footage actually comes out. Once I pause it, once I zoom in. Now, out of respect for this individual's privacy, it's a complete stranger, so I'm blurring part of their license plate just out of respect for their privacy. But you can see at least what it looks like after you pause it, you zoom in. This is, again, the full resolution recorded by the FITCAMX. And so then I could take this freeze frame, hand it over to law enforcement for them to identify. And again, guys, this was just a hypothetical. Nothing actually happened here. But let's just say that I couldn't make out the full license plate and I only had the first 3 or 4 characters of it. I still think with the make and model of the vehicle, the color, plus, part of the license plate, that chances are law enforcement would be able to still narrow and pinpoint the individual here. Now, there's other factors involved, such as the difference in rate of speed between you and the passerby vehicle. I mean, if you're planted on the side of the road on the shoulder at a standstill and a vehicle passes you by going 50, 60 miles per hour and sideswipes you and knocks your mirror off, it's going to be much more difficult to get a clear freeze frame just because of the difference in rate of speed going by, right? Or I can think of other factors such as if there's glare or the sun is shining in a way that makes it difficult to read the license plate. It doesn't matter how high the resolution is of the camera at that point, it's just not going to be legible. Compare that to being at a stoplight and there's a vehicle right in front of you at the stoplight. Well, that's going to be really easy to make out. And so in summary, you absolutely can make out license plates recorded by the FITCAMX dash cam, but there are a lot of factors and variables involved there. Now I want to move on to another question that I've frequently been asked, and that has to do with, driving at nighttime, driving in the rain. What does the footage look like? And as far as nighttime goes, the camera is not an infrared camera where it's shooting out, night vision essentially, so that you can see when it's completely pitch black. It's just a regular camera. It's got decent low light performance, but really it's relying on the headlights of your vehicle lighting up all that space in front of you. And so if you don't have your headlights on at night, which I can't think of a reason why you wouldn't, it's not going to record really good footage. But if your headlights are on and you're driving at night, you're going to be able to see pretty decently out in front of you, and all the footage that you're looking at right now, again, is recorded directly off the FITCAMX. It's unaltered, so that should give you an idea of what it looks like at nighttime. And then I'll also throw up some footage of what it looks like in the rain. If you think about the wipers, they're kind of going across the field of view with the camera, but they're pretty quick. So not quite as clear as a bright and sunny day, obviously, but I still think you're going to get some decent footage, whether you're recording in the rain or even at night. But let me move on next to another question that I've been frequently asked, and that is, can the FITCAMX record footage in a parking lot? Let's say you go to a shopping mall, you park your vehicle, and while you're shopping, another vehicle is backing into the parking space in front of your truck, and they back up a little bit too far and crush your grill. Will the FITCAMX start recording and capture footage so that you can hopefully see what happened and then get a license plate, right? And that's a tricky question, because the FITCAMX does have a parking mode where it detects a G-force and starts recording. But remember, the FITCAMX is getting its power, its 12-volt power, through the rear view mirror in your vehicle. So depending on the vehicle make and model and the features of your rear view mirror, mine's just a basic auto dimming rear view mirror. Compare that to someone who has a digital rear view mirror with a screen and everything. And just based on the make and model of your vehicle, some vehicles cut power completely to that rear view mirror when the vehicle is off. Other vehicles might have some 12-volt power that's alive and hot, even if you leave your vehicle parked for hours at a time. So if the FITCAMX doesn't have power from your vehicle when it's off, then it's not going to be able to start, recording magically. However, if your vehicle does have 12-volt power that remains active, then it will detect that force and start recording. Now, for me specifically as a GM truck owner, unfortunately, the way GM designed the truck, when it shuts off, the 12-volt power going to the rearview mirror shuts off right away. And so therefore the FITCAMX can no longer record at that point. So when I park the truck somewhere, the moment I turn the truck off, that's when it stops recording. FITCAMX does offer a hard wire kit where you can actually run dedicated 12-volt power to the camera, and then that parking feature would work. And along those lines, I'll mention that in the last 18 months since I installed the FITCAMX on my truck, they actually released a new model that has both front and rear-facing cameras. And so now you can record not only out the front of your vehicle, but also in the cab itself, in case you need evidence of you weren't on a cell phone or you weren't distracted, that your eyes were on the road, that sort of thing. And so that's great that they have that version. All right, well, last question I want to answer is, how much can you record on the FITCAMX before the storage is full? And the FITCAMX uses a basic micro SD card. This is the one that came with mine. It's a 64 gigabyte, just a standard micro SD card. And so with this 64 gigabyte version, I can record about 9 to 10 hours at the full resolution. This is just the basic front-facing model. I can record about 9 to 10 hours before the card is full. At that point, it's going to overwrite the oldest footage and keep recording continuously. And so basically, you're going to have 9 to 10 hours of the most recent driving recorded through the FITCAMX. If you ever need to retrieve any of that footage, it's super easy, because you just pop this into any computer or device that reads micro SD cards. You can get a micro SD to regular SD adapter, and that's how I pull off the footage anytime I need to review it. So in conclusion, after over 18 months of use with the FITCAMX, what is my final verdict? Well, honestly, guys, there's no drama to report. I mean, it just works. It has performed exactly as advertised. It reliably records that high quality footage every time I'm driving the truck. And it just provides that layer of security, that peace of mind, and documentation, more importantly, if I ever needed it. And so it's just seamless, it's integrated, and really in the end, I'm very impressed by the FITCAMX. Now, if you want to pick up one of these for your own vehicle, I will include an affiliate link down below pinned in the first comment, so I appreciate you using that to help support the channel. And if you need help for the install, definitely check out my previous video that goes through all the install details, especially if you have a GM truck. If you have any other questions about the FITCAMX, definitely drop them below, and I'm glad to answer them. As always, thanks for watching.